Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Incoterms, short for International Commercial Terms, are a set of standardized trade terms published by the International Chamber of Commerce. They define the responsibilities of buyers and sellers in international transactions, particularly in terms of shipping, risk, and costs. The primary purpose of Incoterms is to provide a common framework that facilitates smooth international trade by clearly defining who is responsible for each aspect of the shipping process. This reduces misunderstandings and disputes between trading partners. Incoterms were first introduced in 1936 by the ICC to standardize global trade practices. They have been updated several times to reflect changes in trade practices and logistics. The most recent update is Incoterms 2020, which we will delve into shortly. Incoterms 2020 includes 11 terms, each specifying the responsibilities of buyers and sellers. Let's go through them briefly. In EX works, the exporter makes goods available at their premises. That's the end of their responsibility. From there on, it's the responsibility of the importer to arrange for the pickup and shipment. In FCA, the seller delivers goods to a carrier specified by the buyer. CPT means the seller pays for transport to a named place. The risk transfers to the buyer once the goods are handed over to the first carrier. CIP is similar to CPT, but the seller also pays for insurance. In DAP, the seller delivers goods to a named destination. This means the seller is responsible for any loss or damage that occurs during transportation. DPU means the seller delivers and unloads goods at a named destination. In DDP, the seller delivers goods and pays all duties and taxes. It means the seller bears all costs and risks involved in delivering the goods to the named place of destination in the buyer's country, including import duties, taxes, and customs clearance. The seller delivers goods alongside a vessel at a port. The seller loads goods onto a vessel and bears all cost and responsibility up till that point. In the case of CFR, the seller pays for cost and freight to a destination port. The seller's risk ends when the goods are shipped and loaded on board the vessel. After this point, the buyer assumes the risk of loss or damage. It is similar to CFR, but the seller also pays for insurance. Let's take an example for better understanding. A seller in China ships electronics to a buyer in the USA. Under FOB, the seller's responsibility ends once the goods are loaded onto the vessel. The buyer assumes all risks and costs from that point forward. A seller in Germany delivers machinery to a buyer in Brazil. Under DDP, the seller is responsible for all shipping costs, duties, and taxes until the machinery reaches the buyer's premises. Incoterms 2020 introduced some notable changes from previous versions, including an Incoterm DAT, delivered at terminal, is terminated. DPU, delivered at place unloaded, has been introduced. Insurance requirements under CIP has been updated. Clarifications has been published on FCA and onboard bills of ladings. Incoterms significantly impact foreign trade by defining who bears the costs and risks at each stage of the shipping process. This clarity erodes chances of miscommunication or misunderstanding between two parties who are from different parts of the world. Common mistakes in using Incoterms include misinterpreting terms, neglecting to specify a clear destination, and failing to account for insurance responsibilities. These errors can lead to disputes, increased costs, and delays. Ensure both parties fully understand the chosen Incoterm and its implications. Clearly specify locations and responsibilities in the contract. Seek advice from trade finance experts or legal advisors to ensure proper use. Regularly update your contracts to reflect the latest Incoterms. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay tuned.